I touched down in Malé, the capital of the Maldives, and had to take a domestic flight down to the southern Atolls, where the surf boat was docked. It was very beautiful flying over all the atolls and islands, coming into Katadu, which is the island with the airport we were flying into. Stayed on the boat for the first night, and then we got underway the next morning to head to the first surf spot. Pretty rough weather, but not as rough as what we'd experienced later in the trip, which kind of held us back from leaving the southern atolls. Got some bananas on board. Warren, one of the crew members, caught a rainbow runner, so we're gonna eat this later. Now we're getting all our boards set up. It was about a 4-hour drive from Katadu, so we're just getting our leashes and fins and everything ready, and we're gonna put all our stuff down in the Doni, which is one of the 3 boats we had. The surfboard racks for everything inside. The waves are pretty small, but I'm trying to see what we can get. Pretty amped to surf, even though it's like 1 foot, extremely shallow, but the water was really clear. A lot of sea life around. Got hit with a pretty bad storm on the way back to the boat, so we couldn't tie up to it. Had to jump off the Doni and get a rope thrown to us. Get back onto the big boat. Dining room table got flipped over from the waves, so we had to find a little deserted island to hang out at until the storm blew over. We ended up hanging out there for a few days. We're waiting for the waves to get a little better, so we ended up exploring this deserted island, walking around it. We did some snorkeling, we jumped off the boat, played some guitar, and then we were able to get some surf before dark, which was nice. We had a nice big dinner with some rice, coconut curry, some of the fresh fish we caught, pasta, a bunch of different stuff chef made for us. Got to see a nice sunset off the top of the boat, very beautiful over the deserted island. And once everything goes dark, we have a light on the back of the boat, and a bunch of fish come up to it. Pufferfish, sharks, nurse sharks, black-tip reef sharks, dolphins, cow nose rays. We use like a traditional fishing rod. It's kind of like a fly rod, but we catch all these fish and we eat them. So very, very filled with life off the back of the boat once the sun goes down. So we tried to leave the southern atolls this next day, and we got turned around because of how big the waves were. There were some big storms going on around us. So we went back to the atolls and anchored up for a little bit, did some snorkeling. Captain caught us some dinner. We got an octopus out of a hole in the reef using this hook or gaff that was on the boat. So that was pretty fun snorkeling around. Went to a deserted island this day too. One of the crew members, she climbed the tree, got some coconuts. So we ate some coconuts, drank some coconut water. Saw a really big stingray as well when we were on the island. But we ended up eating this octopus for breakfast the next day. Wind was still pretty bad the next day, so we ended up taking the skiff to a little sandbank. It's really cool sandbar that just comes up from the deep of the ocean. Super deep water, a reef line, and then just like knee-deep water. Or if it's low tide, fully out of the water. But really clear. We saw some giant clams, a bunch of fish swimming around. Jumping off the boat again after this, before trying to find some waves again. It was really rough in the Donny when we were headed to find some waves. We had like an hour and a half drive through some rough water, holding on tight as we could, but we got there, nobody out. We ended up only seeing like 3 surfers the whole trip, all 10 days, so pretty much every surf we had was empty, all to ourselves. We ended up trying some fishing on the way back to the boat on the Donny, drank some beers, used the hand lines with some of the fishing lures I brought from Massachusetts. It was pretty fun pulling them in. We caught bonito and wahoo. See how fast Rashid pulls the line in with the hand line. A lot of experience, more experience than me. I cut my hand a little bit on the line. This is the traditional way of fishing in the Maldives, is with a hand line. No fishing rod or reel or anything like that. This was my view out the window the next day when I woke up. Really rough day, probably the roughest one. Trying to go from the southern atolls to the central atolls. Dining room table is flipped over. Spilling coffee. Weren't really able to eat the whole day because everything was just tipping so much. We ended up losing the skiff 2 different times, so Rashid had to jump in and retrieve the rope and retie it. Really big waves though, like 4 or 5 foot swells maybe on some of the big ones, and this lasted all day. A lot of yelling, high tensions between the crew on what to do. We spent most of the day just kind of lying down because it was the easiest way to deal with all the waves, is to not be standing up. We finally made it to the central atolls and we were back in the water surfing again, but this spot was loaded with reef sharks, black tips. They weren't super big, but they would just get really close to you and they were everywhere. Like, it was infested with them, getting really close to you. A little spooky, but it felt good to be surfing again. We weren't the luckiest with waves and conditions this trip, so I definitely enjoyed every time we did surf because there was a lot of days we didn't surf at all. But this was a pretty fun session. We made it back to Malé after a lot of traveling on the boat. Very busy, very different compared to some of the deserted islands we had been on to this city, which is said to be the most congested city in the world. It's all built onto a tiny island. They actually had to expand the city onto an artificial island just to fit all the people, but the roads are small, there's a lot of traffic, there's a lot going on. But it is pretty exciting to be back in the city again, a little change of pace. We went to the bridge, which is Malé's surf spot, and did a little surfing there. It's a cool spot, breaks under this bridge that was donated by the Chinese about 10 years ago. Took some walks through the market. This is the fresh market, some of the produce and stuff. Another hectic spot. This is the dried fish market. Maldivians eat a lot of tuna, so a lot of this is dried tuna. Not my favorite thing to eat. This is the wet fish market, so these are some of the fresh tuna, yellowfin tuna being cut up at the market. A lot of fish here. Those are the bonito that we caught when we were on the Donny, and then these bigger tuna, those are the yellowfins. It's really fun going to markets in other countries. They're all very different. Exciting places, busy places. This is the resident stingray at the fish market that eats all the scraps that are thrown in. The Maldives was very cool. Definitely recommend people travel there. Very friendly, nice people. The waves are good, the fishing's good, tropical beaches are good. It seems to really have something for everybody. And Malé gets a lot of hate, but I did really like Malé a lot. It was a cool city. Just felt very busy, a lot going on. It's a really fun trip.